holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy.
Good morning, CSL Parker. I'm so glad you're all here. Wow, I'm just thrilled. And you may notice Reverend David has a well-deserved weekend off, but that's not going to stop us. We've got a really special service today. But let's be traditionalists. Let's start by greeting one another. So please feel free to stand up, wander around, sit down, and I know we could spend our entire time together doing just what we did, and that's about the love in this room, the love for each other, and the love that extends to the entire world. But I'm in charge today, and I get to do some announcements, so there. What have we got? Well, special service today for a couple of reasons. It's so exciting. We've got Laura Berman and Rabbi Jamie Arnold. It's not like anything I've experienced before from what I hear, so I can hardly wait. But it's also special because it's the third Sunday of the month. This is the Sunday that we have a potluck, that we encourage people to bring goodies to share at the table. The table is set up with knives, forks, plates, napkins, everything we need. But don't get the wrong impression. If you want to bring something on any other Sunday, go for it. I can pretty much guarantee I'll eat it. No, when you get here, there probably won't be knives, forks, plates, all that out. But don't worry, our awesome hospitality team will notice what you've brought and what's necessary, and it will magically appear. They do a lot of magic every Sunday, so I don't doubt that one. Okay, where am I? All right, we'll go back to the beginning. We'll get in line again. On the 29th of October, it's pre-Halloween. Shirley will be having a Halloween party for our children. In order for her to do that in her best Shirley fashion, it would be great if she knew how many ghosts and goblins to expect. So please be sure to let Shirley know if you're going to be bringing some children or some extra children for that special Sunday for them. Okay, and classes. We've got a couple of exciting things going on right now. Dr. Vern is conducting, not as we speak, but we've finished our first week of a facilitator training class. That means people who are either brave or crazy, I'm not sure which, and I won't speak for myself, let alone the rest of them. Dr. Vern is, we hope, cloning himself. We don't know what we're going to come away with, but it's really exciting. It's an opportunity for those of us who are ready to do some growth. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some additional classes and workshops. And gosh, who knows what that springs up as a result of this special 4-week class that Dr. Vern's doing. And as an example of that, for 2 reasons, I'd like to welcome our practitioner, Pam Eichenberg, to the platform to tell you about a class that she and Dr. Vern are facilitating together.
I think crazy is the word. Dr. Vern and I will be facilitating a class from the heart, spiritual self-care. And it starts November 1st and goes until December 6th. And as anybody knows that has taken a class from Dr. Vern, they are quite extraordinary. And this class will be no different. Pretty excited. We will explore what our core spiritual values are individually, and then we will, our self-care will be determined based on those individual core values. And I know that for myself, when I determined what my core values were, I could see where I was stepping up in my life with some of those core values, but I could also see where I needed to align more with some other values. So I know that in knowing myself, my core values, this is the place that I can know the divinity within me. And it's also the place where I can know the divinity within you. And I know this class will be amazing. One of Dr. Vern's core values is playful. So we're going to have some fun too, right, Dr. Vern? Have some fun. And if this is your first class with CSL Parker, it's 50% off. And so I think they need to talk to Jeanette if that's the case. So if you have any questions, want more information, talk to Dr. Vern after service. Thanks.
Thank you, Pam. I'll be gone and otherwise engaged, so I'm not able to take that class, but I really want to encourage you guys to take it. When I was in college, I took a 2-week summer intensive on values clarification. That has been a guiding light for me ever since college. So, yeah, that identifying values, it's awesome and powerful. Okay, so Pam's a practitioner, I'm a practitioner. There's practitioners all around the room wearing white stoles. We're here for you. We love to pray with you after the service, for you during the week. So please don't hesitate today to ask any of us to find a quiet spot to sit with you. We also have a prayer box that I could not resist putting on the altar. It just matched the colors, and Pam's tolerating it. She does the altar perfectly, and she's allowed me to leave it there for now. It will be in the back along with the prayer requests. So while we're talking about prayer, let's just take a minute and go inside right now. And go inside. Feel that connection that we have as we hug and greet one another and catch up with one another. That is the same connection that we have with Spirit. A dynamic, ever-changing, vital, thriving, alive connection. That is the energy that drives us, that provides the love that we have, that provides the guidance and the wonderful, wonderful service that we are going to experience here today. And I know that each one of us here will receive just what we need from today's service. And I know that what we receive benefits us, expands us, allows us to grow spiritually. And I know that as we do that, we expand and we almost explode. We take that love with us wherever we go, into our friends, our family, our community, but it does not stop there. The love that is generated here goes throughout the universe. And today I particularly want to aim my love towards the people around the world who are experiencing extraordinary tragedy and suffering right now. I know the peace of the love and the joy and the happiness that we have is there for them, waiting to be realized. I know that this difficult time will not last forever, that behind this there is an omnipresent, omnipowerful energy that is healing as we speak. So please help me seal this prayer and everything it stands for by saying, "And so it is." So, without further ado, I want to welcome our beloved music director, Laura Berman, so that she can introduce what's going on today.
Thank you, Anne. Good morning, friends. What a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. I have the great privilege and fluttering excitement in my heart to introduce Rabbi Jamie Arnold, who's here to speak today and facilitate the service. A few bio things. He is the spiritual director, the rabbi at Congregation Beth Evergreen in Evergreen. On the core faculty of Kabbalah Experience, he's a Kabbalah teacher and has offered his, what I've termed Kabbalah 101 at Mile High Church and other places in town and out of town. He is a student and teacher of meditation, also lifelong student and teacher of Musar in Judaism. It's a practice of refining our character and basically learning to become a better person. He is one of the finest people I know, and I have the great privilege to also sing at Beth Evergreen and to bring our musical and spiritual histories together to create something new and vibrant. And so without further ado, Rabbi Jamie Arnold is here with us this morning. Thank you. Let's take a collective breath. We're going to be having some musical and prayerful and teaching experiences this morning. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Yeah. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready,
a lovely, beautiful reception, which, by the way, is the translation in English of the word Kabbalah. Reception, welcome, Kabbalat Panim, to greet, to face, and to welcome. So we welcome the deepest aspects of ourselves, and in so doing, the deepest aspects of one another. And we come away, we can't help come away, despite the trouble in the world and the scars within, moda, or modeh, grateful. So we begin each day in the morning with gratitude.
Modani lifanecha melech chai v'kayom Modani lifanecha
Grateful am I before you,
melech chai v'kayom
source and center, sustaining and uplifting me in the morning as I rise.
Shegizarta bi nishmati,
You restored my neshama, consciousness with such grace. What a gift. While I was sleeping, the neshama, I wasn't so aware. Now let me wake up to awareness. To my neshama, restored to me as a gift. Grateful am I. Grateful, full of gratitude am I.
Modani lifanecha melech chai v'kayom Modani.
I am gratitude.
Modani.
That is my essence.
Conscious,
loving, and full of gratitude.
Modani, Modani.
So one prayer that we offer in Jewish tradition each morning. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. My God. Wow. That consciousness that you placed in me this morning when I began the process of waking up, she is pure. Pure. Holy. A clean slate. What shall I fill her with this morning? Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. The word for consciousness, pure consciousness, the first level of soul in Kabbalah. Say it with me, neshama.
Neshama.
And she is pure, tehorahi.
Tehorahi.
And don't be shy to sing with Laura. It's really fun.
Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Sing Elohai. Elohai, Elohai. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Yeah. Elohai, Elohai. Sing that again. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. Yeah. Elohai, Elohai, Elohai. Elohai, my God, yeah. Elohai, neshama, shenatata bite, Urahi, Elohai, yeah. Elohai, 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 Elohai.
Atavirata. You created consciousness in breath, awareness, neshama. Atayatsarta, and you formed it or gave it shape by putting it in this body. Yatsarta, be in me. And someday you'll take it back and restore her neshama, her life, breath, soul, consciousness, being to everlasting life. Chaye olam. Everlasting life planted in me again today. Elohai neshama, shenatata bi tehorai.
Elohai, shenatata bite, Urahi, Elohai, 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 shenatata
Neshama,
Urahi, Elohai,
neshama, neshama. Tehora, tehora, tehora. Tehora, tehora.
Elohai, Elohai. Elohai, Elohai.
So what's going to happen next is as good a guess for you as it is for me. Again, thank you for inviting me to partner with Laura and share a combination of message and music and meditation all mingled together, not in nice, neat rows like some services do. So I hope you'll play with that experiment. The theme Pastor David has been offering and that I was excited to sort of try to fit into was this idea of holding opposites, holding competing ideas at the same time. And that's something that is core to the principles of Kabbalah. You can say it either way. The word neshama is a word in it of itself that is containing opposites. That on the one hand, it represents that which is empty. It is just simply pure consciousness and beyond human understanding and contemplation and cognition. And yet, without there is no contemplation or cognition. In Kabbalah, we talk about levels of soul, layers of soul. So I'm going to talk about two. There are as many as 5. We'll spare you the whole rigmarole of 5 layers of consciousness. But we'll go with 2 today, and they highlight 2 points of polarity, or I prefer, or sometimes opposites. So if neshama is pure, untainted, we describe her as that which is simply consciousness itself without content. Right? And we're going to do a short meditation to try to experiment and taste or experience what that is and recover a connection to neshama. And yet we also have, personalities that differ. The neshama is universal. All of us, every soul on earth, This is what we call made in the image of God. The image of God is neshama, pure consciousness. And yet we all have distinct personalities, and we have, better days and worse days, and we have different identities that, standing with Israel, and I want to defend my people, and, also want to be concerned about all people at the same time. So our particular identities and our universal callings, and they're competing all the time. So I find this framing in Kabbalah to be particularly useful, to be able to come back to that B'Tselem Elohim, that image of God that we call neshama. So we'll do a bit of meditation to connect to that aspect, and then we'll talk about the layers of nefesh, and that's going to be the distinctive personalities and all our character traits, and all live in that world of nefesh. So you'll have to learn at least a few Hebrew words before you leave today. Okay, so we'll start with the meditation, and then, so I invite you to sit up nice and tall if you can. Comfortable, try to give your lungs space to breathe. Niels Bohr, a physicist, taught, the opposite of a true statement is a false statement. The opposite of profound truth is another profound truth. I'll say that again. The opposite of a true statement is a false statement. The opposite of a profound truth is another profound truth. Turning to the breath. You might take a few deep breaths to just feel the awareness of the body breathing. And notice the gentle sensations, starting with the body, sensations, physical sensations of the breath passing through the nostrils, the gentle rise and fall of the abdomen or chest, and being aware of the safety and stability of the chair, the ground, the earth, holding, caressing, and cradling you as you breathe. Noticing the balance of inhale and exhale as you release control over that process and witness. Coming and going in equal balance, receiving and releasing, receiving Kabbalah and releasing, letting go. And even as we sustain an eye, a mind's eye, watching the breath, we notice that there is a watcher, an awareness of the breath, the eye itself of the mind. I invite you to link with inhale and exhale a simple word. As you breathe in, to whisper aloud or silently the word I, and as you exhale, the word am. I am. I am. You might notice the tendency to fill in the blank. I am this, or I am that. Come back to just simply, I am. Period. I am. I require no affirmation from external sources. I know I am. And I am whole and pure and perfect as I am. This is the neshama layer of consciousness. And in the course of creation, the ongoing workings of creation, that I am, which comes from a singular source, was planted in individual bodies. God saw you fitting, suitable to be a sanctuary for that infinite loving consciousness. Are you ready?
Oh, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I am a living sanctuary. So prepare me to be your sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving. ושכנתי בתוכם ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם with thanksgiving. I am living sanctuary. I am yours sanctuary. I am a sanctuary for you.
I hope you at Parker CSL know what a blessing you have in this voice for your love. I think you got it. Yeah? So nefesh. We're a nefesh too. We're a person. We're an embodied, flawed, imperfect, broken, pained, and blissed out person. That's our nefesh, holding those opposites all the time. In Kabbalah, in the tree of life, the map of God, of divine consciousness, is a mirror of the map of us, of our soul. And it contains three triads, three primary polarities, and more. But I'll start with three. The first one is intellectual. The first one we map out as Chokhmah, Bina, and At. Chokhmah, you can think of it as right brain and left brain, and the integration. What is that? The corpus callosum? Yeah, that brings them together. My dad, the psychologist over here, I was looking at him for reminder. and my mom, the educator, who studies the brain too. Both of them, they've helped me, hopefully. So right brain, right, is sort of systemic thinking and trying to make connections and seeing the connections in the system as a whole. And then there's the left brain, which sort of thinks in terms of linear and right and wrong and direction. And we have the same idea in the mythology of the Garden of Eden. We have the tree of life that is seeing the whole and holding it all together, and the tree of knowledge of good and not good, of connected and not connected, of good and evil, of altruistic and selfish, tov v'ra. And the two trees coexist in the Garden of Eden, and the two elements, right brain, left brain hemispheres of consciousness exist in my brain, and we have to try to integrate them to be whole, intellectually, right? In our cognition, in our way of thinking about ourselves and the world, to try to hold both halves and integrate them. So the tree of life maps them out as a triangle. The right brain, the chokhmah, and the bina, right? The inspiration, and how do I put it together? How do I make it work? How do I separate out the wheat from the chaff and come to my thesis? Not to exclude the truth or reality of other theses, right? But you need that linear approach as well to get stuff done. So we have the aha and the mm-hmm. You probably have both character traits on your board of directors. You need them both, and then you need to try to find a way to get them together, right? The treasurer and the one who's looking at the infinite possibilities, right? So that's in your head. And another way to say it, which frames this question of Why are we here? What are we here about as human beings? So, on an intellectual level, the level of Bria in the tree of life, we are here for a one purpose that has two elements: to know and be known. Holding opposites, playing with the polarity. On the one hand, I want to lead with curiosity. I want to know more about God, about the world, about you. And I want to be known. And as soon as I start to do that, I stop listening and I start talking and I try to tell you who I am. And, right? To know and be known and hold the polarity. That's the first level. Then we move to the heart. In rabbinic tradition, the heart is actually also the seat of consciousness, of intellect. It's both emotional and intellectual. And in Kabbalah, we use the phrase, the terms, the sfirot we call them, of chesed and gevura. The sound of chesed is unconditional love, an overflow, an outpouring of generosity and generous, caring and loving acts. That's chesed. That's the right chamber of the heart. The left chamber of the heart is gevura. If the right chamber is yes, the left chamber is no. And as every parent knows, tough love is a necessary part of love. You have to set limits. There's too much love. There's such a thing as too much love. When our 3-year-old toddler started smothering his baby brother with love, and we're like, oh, wait, too much love, right? Too much love. So finding a balance between the overabundance of love and unconditional care that we have for one another, holy, sacred aspect of divine, we have a name for that, Yud He Vav He, Adonai, and Gevura, setting limits, setting boundaries, caring about justice, knowing that what happened last week on Saturday in Israel is just not okay. Full stop. Right? There's right and there's wrong. There's Gevura. So there has to be a way to integrate, this is the second triad in the emotional realm, of Chesed and Gevura into what we call Tiferet. Tiferet is translated often as glory or beauty, majesty, and compassion. To have compassion, you not only have to have an outpouring of care and love, but you have to know the difference between me and you. You have to differentiate. Otherwise, it's not compassion. I have to know that your experience is unique and I don't know it to have compassion. Right? The integration of the right chamber of the heart and the left chamber of the heart. Tiferet. So the first one, I'll give you just those 3 Hebrew words. Integrating the right brain, left brain is called da'at. Say that? Da'at, which means knowing, understanding and knowing. The integration of the right heart and the right chamber of the heart and the left chamber of the heart, the unconditional outpouring of love and the gevura, the setting of limits, that's Tiferet. Try that. Tiferet. Okay? You see a pattern? They're the same things. They're the same divine energy flowing in through a different chakra. The chakras, by the way, line up perfectly with the tree of life. Okay? And the center chamber of the chakra, the center of the heart chamber, is represented by a Jewish star. 2 intersecting triangles. No accident there. So then we move to the lower triad. The lower triad is the instinctual aspect of ourselves, the guttural, the right part of us. So if the upper chamber, upper triad is about knowing and being known, the middle triad about loving and being loved, the lower triad is about trusting and being trusted. Somebody once asked me, so why are we here? What is our goal as human beings, as spiritual beings here? Those threefold goals: to know and be known, to love and be loved, to trust and be trusted. There's my theology on one foot, on a tree pose. So we call those in that lower triad netzach, which is ego, which is the striving, the drive to survive and win and be victorious. That's what netzach means, right? And you see, these are not, this is bad or this is good. These are all necessary. We need ego. We need a self-interested party in us, right? And we see the governments respond with a desire to retaliate and conquer. That's netzach, and I'm glad it's there. It's not the enemy. And netzach needs to be balanced with what we call hod, which is acceptance, grace, gratitude for what is. Striving to do better, striving to win, right? Being the best dang congregation in Parker, and we're okay as we are, as is. We can feel fully fulfilled by who's here and who's not. They're both, right? True. Opposite of a profound truth is another profound truth. They are not mutually exclusive. And the integration of that striving, that needing to be better, that needing to win and protect ourselves and survive, needs to be balanced also with hod, a sense of grace and gratitude and acceptance for what is. Those integrate in a word, yesod. Yesod means foundation. That is a rock, a cornerstone that cannot be toppled. When you find your yesod, then you can find a way to trust even in the impacts in the wake of trauma. If you can't find your way to compassion or trust or love in the wake of trauma, you have lost your yesod. Well, you haven't lost it. It's right there, but you forgot where you put it. There's difference, right? There's a difference. So get help, and find it. Because the world won't survive without it. If we all act without a yesod, the world will continue to tremble and shake and topple. The last polarity is one that goes vertically instead of horizontally. Those are the three horizontal polarities of Kabbalah. Those are, I'm mapping out the nefesh, the other layer of soul. I think I forgot to mention that. That's important. This is a map, a detailed map of the nefesh. The last one is connecting the bottom to the top or the inner to the outer. That my core, my neshama, is reflected on my skin, on my countenance, in my interactions. Right? To close the gap between who I am to be and how I behave. We all know that gap. Probably know it better in person you know than in yourself. In someone you live with, you know that gap better, usually. And that's why we try to live with somebody who can show us and help us, remind us about that gap. But closing that gap between our godly selves and our worldly selves, that's why we're here. To love and be loved, to know and be known, and to trust and be trusted. Want to sit with that for a bit? Let's try. A few deep breaths. Maybe move your body a little bit too. Roll your shoulders, roll your neck. Making consciousness aware that it is embodied. Breathing, beating, wavering between this and that, between right and wrong, between sad, grieving, and dancing with joy, between confusion and clarity, between guttural reactivity and anger and patience and stillness, all flowing back and forth, sometimes creating waves so turbulent that I feel upended, disoriented, lost. And I breathe into my body. Feel my feet touching the earth. Perhaps hearing God's voice saying, "Take off your shoes. You're on holy ground." And feel anchored again. Feel that yesod. And feel your soul, your nefesh, nafshi, my soul, my embodied soul, restored, refreshed, renewed, revived, to trust again, to love again, and to know and be known.
Befriend me, guide me, with you beside me, there is nothing more I need, nothing more I need. Oh, nafshi shovev kosi.
From Psalm 23, loving kindness and goodness shall flow all the days of my life.
Your good love moves through me and it moves me in grace and in giving with all souls living. overflowing. My soul is restoring, my cup overflowing. With your good love, my cup overflows. My cup overflows. Nafshi Yeshuvah. My soul is restored, my cup overflows with your good love. So that last song, those words were the perfect segue into our offertory, and I was right there, not right here. But it is our time of offering, so I know our ushers are working their way forward. And as they come forward, please take your offering in your hand or in your heart. Know that what you share here today goes out into the world for the greater benefit of all. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden where God's grace blooms. There is a garden where everything grows, a beautiful garden where love is sown. And in this place of light and love, you can have anything you're dreaming of. There is a garden where dreams come true, a beautiful garden. That garden is you. That these tithes and offerings do the work of Spirit, as manifested here at CSL Parker, as manifested through our tithing community, our tithing commitment, and that work is like the magical butterfly. That work expands and goes throughout the world and manifests the greater good and the higher intention of Spirit. Join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. So before I turn it back over, that was our tithes and offering. We also give of our time, our love, our attention, all of the good in our life. And I want to thank the people who have given to a wonderful feast here today. And if you don't want this service to be over, perfect. Because our men's and women's ministries will be meeting after we are thoroughly satisfied and after we have chipped in to help clean up all of that hospitality table. It takes a village, you guys. So, look forward to seeing you after the service at one of our ministries or another Sunday. Thank you, Anne.
A blessing for the week. source of integrity, of wholeness, of shlemut, of shalom. Help us to integrate the poles, to play with the opposites that are bouncing around inside us. May we harness the energy of that polarity individually and collectively to bring healing to all those who ail, solace to all those who mourn, return home to those kidnapped and taken captive, safety and security for all children and all families of the earth, and for us and our family and our homes. May we find peace and a way to sing with joy amidst all the heartache that we feel and witness one day. So may it be.
Amen. Yeah. Stand if you are able. This is a chance for us to move a little and find that joy. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. Oh, all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say we don't wanna fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they lead on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you. No way, no way. Oh, my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the children to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will say one day, one day, one day. Sing with us, one day, one day, one day. Let's sing that again. Here we go. One day, one day, one day. Today is a one day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day our children will play. Oh, no more war. Today we are loved. This day, this day, this day is one day, one day, one day, one day, one day.